what have you seen from a Wake Forest game so far, just in the film study? What sticks out to you from them?
Yeah, really, just tough team. They're a very well coached, very disciplined team in what they do, and what they do it really well. And they're a team that's never going to quit. Obviously had a great win last week for a great team like NC State, and on the road at their place is never an easy place to play. And was down the fourth quarter and kept playing the whole game and ended up winning it. So definitely a team that you're going to have to play all four quarters against them. And they got good players and definitely a great opponent.
Yeah, we're talking about sort of the wild weekend of college football being almost doing a favor for you guys. Was that sort of a message throughout the week of just sort of anything can happen in college football, just continuing the path?
Yeah, I think more than anything, it's just, you got to take every team and make that the most important game of the year. Coach Swinney's been saying, hey, it's opening week. That's what he keeps saying is, it's first game of the season mentality every single week, and just treating every game like it's the biggest game of the year, because it really is, especially in the world of college football. So, this game that I'm about to play this Saturday is the most important game of the year for me, and ready to go treat it like any other. Yeah, they're a great team. They can do, just like the last 2 years they've been right there with us. So, I'm hoping to go play my best game on Saturday. So.
You guys have been targeting in this just every game, one after the other, so many different guys being targeted. What's it like to be able to look out there and trust every single guy and know that you have so many weapons out there?
It's really fun. It's exciting, and you get out there and there's just a sense of comfortability of you've got matchups really everywhere, and that's really just it's fun just because it's an advantage for us. I think at times, because if they're going to go play man coverage, I got 4 guys out there that I trust can go win in man coverage, and it's more just kind of finding the guy on their team that maybe we can go after. So it takes a little bit of stress off of maybe one guy that we're having to depend on to really win every single time. Instead, we've kind of got guys everywhere, and it's really fun.
After the game, I did the coach's show with Dabo, and he was so excited watching you run, and he's been really excited about that the last couple of weeks. I asked him what changed, and he joked some butt chewings, but also just your confidence. What's it been like maybe to watch film with him personally and to see him reacting to you, really breaking free in that side of your game?
Yeah, just looking at the last year's film versus Wake, I think that was one of my worst games last year, and I just feel like I'm a totally different player. My confidence and just the way that I've grown, and really just kind of seeing the fruits of my hard work really come to life has really been fun. But working with Coach Swinney and the things that he teaches me and coaches me on, it's really helpful. And he's had a great career of college quarterbacks that he's coached, and that's somebody that you definitely want to listen to. So it's been really helpful.
What's been maybe the most memorable, not maybe critique, but something that he has shared with you on the film that's really impacted you?
I really can't think of one little thing, but there's a lot of things that as the coach, as the head coach, like I said, he's coached so many guys that I've looked up to over the years, and guys that are still playing the league, and but just there's a lot of things that he knows that nobody else really knows, and little secrets about playing true college quarterback at elite level that I get to have full access to. So it's really fun.
I don't know if you've seen, but your stats nearly mirror some of Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence's early years. What does that mean to you, just to be in the same category as those guys?
Definitely cool. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not really focusing on that. I'm trying to just go get a win every single week, and that's really my mentality. And to me, that's the most important stat when a game finishes up, is whether or not we won the game. So.
First your away game against Florida State, how do you think you were able to manage the crowd noise well, manage the communication well as the quarterback?
Yeah, I thought we did a great job. Coach did a great job of preparing us all week. And I thought we did a great job. I think we had like one comm issue on just a, me and another receiver being on a different page. But other than that, we did a great job of kind of handling the noise. And obviously with their renovations, it wasn't, too bad. But 2 years ago, it was a little different when that thing's played. That when that place is packed out, it's definitely loud. But it wasn't too bad. We did a good job though with all of that, and it was great.
Settled for a lot of field goals this week, or field goal attempts. What have you guys been able to assess and take away? And you came out with the win, so that was most important. So how can you learn from this game and what they were doing? Or is there no stopping it? You just move forward?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to see, hey, why didn't we do as good in the red zone as we have been the rest of the year? There's a couple things that the coaches want from us, and they want to do better too, that they've kind of told us, and I don't really have an exact answer for that. It's honestly a lot of game plan stuff and stuff like that, but I think that we'll be able to bounce right back this week and be elite down there like we have been. So
last year field goals were a bit of a roller coaster. This year with Nolan, how nice is it when you see him walk out there that he's going to go out there and make it?
Oh, it's awesome, especially a game like that. Just the confidence in him goes up a ton, and we needed him that game. And sometimes we need guys like that to go make plays, and hey, that's why they're in the position they're in. And he's yet to miss one this year, which is really exciting. Kind of knock on wood, but 2 blocked field goals. I hate that kind of goes against his stats, but he still hasn't missed one yet, which is just great, and I think he'll be able to do the whole year like that.
The Georgia game, you guys have outscored opponents 90-0 in the first quarters. Just what have those fast starts been? Just as an emphasis in practice, just what the offense is feeling to get that, the first script plays out?
We're just excited to go play. We're ready to go, and we're ready to make a statement versus anybody that we play, and I think that's been big, and just kind of setting the tone early. It's definitely been really really good for our team, and just on the overall game. So hoping to really put 4 quarters together in a game, and I think we've done that a couple times. So it's been great to be able to start like that and continue to do so.
The school shared Dabo's post-game speech for his record-setting win, and I think Kyle tweeted that he feels like sometimes he's in like an epic movie, like a sports movie, with some of these things that he gets to shoot and witness.
Yeah.
What's it like to be in those moments and to hear Dabo and to have him turn it around and say the wins are great, but it's about you guys and about creating great men?
That's why I came to Clemson. That's why I came, and it's the reason that I wanted to come play for Coach Swinney. Is he has an amazing accomplishment like that, and immediately he turns it around and say, hey, I was never looking to have this accomplishment. My accomplishment was to go make great men and set up their lives for success, and that's what I saw in the recruiting process. Obviously my recruiting process was a little different over Zoom and phone calls. I didn't really get to come up here at all, but I still felt that in all of that, and that's why I came up here. So for him to have an accomplishment like that and still just turn it on us and say, hey, this is the real reason I'm doing that, and for kind of the world to see that it's really special. It's really cool.
I think you talked about it on the podcast, but when Phil ran over that Florida State defender, what do you think in that moment? And we just talked to him, he doesn't even realize yet that he did it in the moment. Do you say look what you just did, or what's that like in the huddle?
Sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't. I mean, especially on those long runs, it's sometimes hard to see past the offensive line. I don't even remember honestly seeing that one in person. I remember just showing up on Sunday and watching it, or maybe even after the game. But yeah, that's 24 had kind of had a rough day on their team. He got ran over a couple times, and I don't want to tackle Phil, so I'll let other guys go try to do that. But yeah, I didn't see that, and but sometimes you do, and you get back, and I'm just like, hey, good job, Phil, and that's really it. But yeah.
Any questions for Cade from Zoom? Anyone else in the room? We're all good.
All right, appreciate y'all.